Hello fellow humans! So today I'm going to show you the hotel room that we have at the Hotel Zephyr. We have a family room. It's located on the third floor, 3118. Now this is a very good room and I'm going to show you why at the end. First of all, I must say this hotel was very well themed, very fisherman, nautical. These metal panels behind the two queen size beds. The beds were very comfortable and the rooms were comfortable. However, the best thing about this hotel was its location. It was situated right next to the Fisherman's Wharf area. Only a 5-minute walk to all the bars, restaurants. To the right as you came in, you had a wardrobe which contained a safe and a couple of drawers, the obligatory wooden hangers, and an ironing board and an iron. And then into the bathroom. It was again very well themed. The towels, I gave them a 6 out of 10. Now much better than the Hilton we had stayed at the night before. A lot softer, nice large towels, but not peak towel. They've got to be very luxurious to be peak, you know, to get that 10 out of 10. Got a shower curtain over the bath and some toiletries. Hotels now do this, don't they? They keep the toiletries in the shower like this, and so you can't take them home. Just for while you're there, just for using whilst you are on holiday. Come back through to our main room. The window was really nice and large, and it did have 2 desk areas. So you had your seat here with a small desk, your coffee machine, and then it did have a seat at the other side as well. The coffee machine, oh, it was a pod machine, and American coffee is so much better than the coffee in England. I'm putting that out there, it's really very good. The light was dimmable. My son likes to have a night light, so having a dimmable light in there was great. And we had a little bit extra storage here, again really well themed. That's the other seat there for if you're after doing a little bit of work on your holiday. And we had the glass map decoration on the wall as well. This unit here provided the heating and cooling of the room, and we had a full-length mirror over by the bathroom there. The reason this room was a good room and on this level is because of the view. We were right on the end, so we had nobody blocking our view to the left, and to the right you could see all the hotel and the grounds of the hotel. So down here they'd have fire pits and games and things. It was really nice and quiet though. We didn't have a problem with noise. I wonder whether that might be different in the summer. There's the bar and restaurant area, and then this wheel did light up later on at night, and having nobody else to our left made it really private. So on with the vlog. Hey fellow humans, so good to see you again. This is our day 2 in San Francisco. We have had a bit more sleep today, so we were running off like 10 hours over 3 nights. So last night managed to get 7.5 hours. Oh, bliss. We're doing a Segway tour, us and the boys. I hope I'm going to be okay on that Segway tour. I'm worried about falling off. I've never done Segway before. I'm sure the boys will be great at it. And then we're going to get on a tour bus and see a little bit more. We've decided to do that a bit last minute. Paul really wanted to do it, and we want to be able to see as much as we can, and we leave San Francisco tomorrow. So I will take you with us. Join us. Our hotel was only 2 minutes away from Pier 39 where the sea lions resided. With the Segway tour being cancelled, we did decide to book on the big bus tour. On our way over to the big bus, we did stop off in this CVS. We needed to get some coffee and some other essentials. I'd never been in a CVS before. I was very taken with all the products. This is a running theme, isn't it, with these vlogs, that I am taken with all the different types of sweets they have and chocolate. I just can't get over it. We actually bought some of these caramellos. So we have Cadbury's caramel in the UK. Now, when we did try them, they were not the same. Different chocolate taste. They almost taste like a Whisper with caramel in them. It must be something to do with the milk. I've heard that before. Lots of variations on the M&M here. Cookies and cream, I think there was. A pretzel one. I've had the caramel ones. They are delicious. And here we've got some Hershey's Kisses. Now, I have had an introduction to Hershey's on this trip. Yesterday we got s'mores and there was a chunk of Hershey's chocolate in there. That ain't chocolate, is it? I was like, what is this? I wasn't that impressed with the Hershey's chocolate, I have to say. So after grabbing some breakfast at IHOP, which was just around the corner from our hotel, so we actually went there a couple of times, that was great. We headed over to the big bus tour. We got on at the visitors centre, but you can hop on and off this bus all day. The visitors centre around the area, they did have an Applebee's and they did have a Ripley's, believe it or not. They had lots of things to do and look at. They also had the Boudin Bakery there that sells the sourdough, and you can do a tour around showing them how they make it, and then you can buy some sourdough sandwiches. Then we headed over into the financial district, so lots of big skyscrapers. Here we found two of Northern California's tallest buildings. We've got Salesforce Tower and the Trans-America Pyramid. This area sometimes is referred to as the Wall Street of the West. So we had headphones on this tour, which was telling us facts and stories about the places that we were visiting. Just like if you have seen my London vlog, we did the same tour around London. It was giving you lots of facts and music as you were touring around. It looks a beautiful, bright, sunny day, and it was lovely. However, it was very cold on this bus, and I do definitely recommend, if you are doing this tour, to make sure you get very well wrapped up, especially if you are going across the Golden Gate Bridge, because the wind was a-blowing and it was very chilly indeed. We are now approaching the Union Square area of San Francisco, passing Saks, Fifth Avenue, and this is a place to go for designer clothing, handbags, shoes, things like that. They had ice skating out the front. This was just before Christmas. We also saw Macy's, which I've seen in many movies. It's quite an iconic store, isn't it? With Union Square having the shops and the theatres and the bars and restaurants, this would be a great place to stay. However, I did enjoy just travelling to this area and staying down by Fisherman's Wharf. I found the vibe to be a little bit more chilled down there. Then we headed over into more residential area of San Francisco, and the houses, wow, they were so quirky. They were such unusual houses. We were very lucky that we were on this bus because there were many hills up and down, lots and lots of hills. Because of the hills, there were a lot of scooters for hire, things like that to get you around the city. They also had the cable cars going up and down. I think that they are something for the tourists. As you can see here, we are practicing what we preach. We have got our hats on. You will need a hat, otherwise you may get sore ears. Now please do bear in mind I am a Wally, so if I have got any of these areas wrong, I do apologise. I am trying to remember what the headphones were telling me, but I think this area is Mission District. So it is well known for its eateries and cocktail lounges, tattoo parlours. It's very arty and very hipster. It has a lot of murals. It was a really creative area to be in. As we were taking this tour mid-morning and midweek, a lot of the shops and bars weren't open, but you can imagine at night it probably comes alive. Bars lit up, all the shops, all the restaurants. You can imagine it being quite a buzzing place to be at night. For the bus starting from the visitors centre, headed over towards Chinatown and then to the ferry building. We went to Union Square, we went to Alamo Square, and then we headed over towards Golden Gate Park. We got off at this stop. We wanted to go and explore the park, and we were very close here to Golden Gate Bridge. So that was the next stop on the tour. You travelled right over the Golden Gate Bridge and came back, and then went in a loop back round to Pier 35 and Pier 39. We headed off into the park to explore. We're trying to work out whether this is one of the Waymo taxis. We put our name down on the waiting list, but I don't think we're going to get it while we're here.
Put it in your mouth. Once it's fully in your mouth, you can't take it out.
Laurie's trying to get Sebastian to have one of his super sour sweets. Trying to get me and Paul to eat them. Oh, look at Sebastian's face. Sebastian's very sour. He's alright, he's doing okay with it. He's not taking it out anyway.
It burns your tongue almost.
So we're in the Golden Gate Park now. We've just been in the observation tower. Got some beautiful sculptures and a beautiful hubby.
Can you see where it all cantilevers out?
Yeah.
All supports, it's like a lot of steel work goes right through into that building.
Wow.
Yeah.
Support,
I'm surprised about that because, like, how has it not collapsed itself without any supports?
Where's the bus?
So after some very boisterous play in the park, we headed back onto the bus. There was plenty of room on all the buses that we toured on. We went across the Golden Gate Bridge. It was very windy. They were telling us about how originally the Golden Gate Bridge was to be painted blue with yellow stripes. However, it came with its primer on and they liked the colour so much they kept it and it was nice and visible. And also how 11 men did die when constructing the bridge. However, they did have a safety net underneath and that did save 19 lives. Some very brave individuals working on that bridge. Then we headed back over to the financial district, jumped back off to have a quick look round at the skyscrapers. We did notice on all the pavements that they had these street signs so you knew which street you were on. This was a very fancy one, but yeah, what a fantastic idea. I love that. You're alright putting one of those at home, yeah?
Yeah, go on. No problem, my dear. Whatever you want.
Can you jump into it?
I reckon I can get you into it.
It'll be a cool adventure.
After exploring Union Square and the financial district, we hopped back on the bus and we saw these cable cars. It was our only shot we got of them. We explored all through Union Square. Unfortunately, my boys aren't shoppers, so we didn't do too much shopping on this occasion, but we did grab some lunch and then back to this amazing sunset at Fisherman's Wharf.
Sea lions.
Just went on to my friend Dish with These live just for 10 minutes at the end. I never get to see her live because I'm always like it's always 1 a.m. at my house, 5 p.m. here. So we're just having a beer. We just sat outside next to the fire pit, being all cozy. I've spoken to my friends. It's getting a little bit later every night when we go to bed, and it's getting a little bit later when we get up. So traveling over to Yosemite in our next vlog, ATV tour. So hope to see you there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.
We didn't start a fire, it was always burning.